Alright farmers, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to have a look at some new mods. So first up we have an update for the John Deere harvester. So the X9 2020 US and EU versions has had an update. So they fixed the fill volume, fixed the brakes, and a third pipe option has been added, and the tank capacities have been improved. So that's your updates. I do like that one. I do like that one indeed. You know, it is got a massive capacity on that one. I mean, the brakes were a bit dodgy in the first place, but excellent. Now they fixed that. So we'll get on to our first mod of the day. This is the large water tank by FS22, 1.70 megabyte on the download, and it's a water tank. So place this down on your farm so you can just pull up next to it with a tanker if you need to put it in to your pastures for your animals or your greenhouses. You'll find this in the construction menu. So if we go into that, and you'll find it under buildings and containers. There we are, 15 grand to buy. Place it down and then you can get your fresh water from it. Now I did try it out to see how much the prices were. Now it cost me 182 to fill the 7,500 litre Joskin tanker. Now that's compared to the base game tank that comes on Elm Creek, which cost me 730 to fill it. So it's quite a lot cheaper than the base game one. So that is always good, save you a bit of money. Very nice indeed. So that's the large water tank by FS22. Now next up we've got this one here. This is the hay storage with bale acceptance. This is by FIB7, 1.23 megabyte on the download, and obviously it's the hay storage. So you're probably aware of this one in the game already, but the difference between this one and the base game one is you can put bales in. So down the side here is your loading trigger. So what I've gone and done, got myself some bales. So we'll jump in the tractor, we'll pull over. I've gone for the auto load because, you know, work smarter not harder. So we'll pull up there, we'll then do that, unload the bales, drop them down, and there we are. So that's the bale. Oh, it's left that one there, hasn't it? Right, we'll give that a bit of a push. Get rid of that. And that's it, all the bales are in. So rather than having to go through and get all your loose straw up, you can just chuck in bales if you want to. Excellent. So a full load of bales on that trailer to give us 217,000 litres of straw. Brilliant. Then obviously you'll pull under here and then you'll unload into your trailer from that spout and that icon. Excellent. Although there is one thing, you can put bales in but you can't take bales out. That is a strange one. Nevertheless, you know, that's alright, that is. Excellent. The hay storage with bale acceptance by FIB7. Right, now the next one, we've got these two right here. These are the John Deere RTK Stations Pack by Mephius, 3.86 megabyte on the download, and they're to help with your weather forecast. So you'll find these in the construction menu. You'll find them under tools, like so. So 10 grand for the RTK station, and then 5 grand for the small RTK station. Now obviously this one, slightly different design. I think this one here, we've seen this in 19, so that was all linked with the precision farming download. So I don't know whether that's going to be a precursor for that. But obviously if you're keeping an eye on your weather, if you're playing with the seasons on, this could be a nice handy little extra to put on the farm for you. Very nice indeed. Right, so that's the John Deere RTK Stations Pack. On to the next one. Right, we got these two here. This is the Sawmills Pack by Ola Holdor. 10.73 megabyte on the download, and they're two sawmills. So if we go into the construction menu, and then under production and factories, we'll scroll along. Then we've got the large sawmill is 150 grand, and the normal sawmill is 100 grand. So we've got the large one here. So this is going to be where your pallets of planks spawn out. Obviously you've got your sell point, there, or your unload point, shall we say, there. And then so you pull over with your wood and you'll hit the sell wood option. Then that'll put your wood into your sawmill. You then got your production chain menu option there with the spanner. You got your unload point for the wood chips, and that's it. I mean, it is big, very big. I mean, look what it's done to the land here. Landscaping is terrible. My landscaping is terrible. And then we got the smaller sawmill. So here we've got the unloading point for the wood chip. So if you're going to get your wood chips out of the sawmill, you put it into your trailer here. And then down here you've got the production menu there. You got your sell wood icon there, and then this is where you'll pull over with your trailer. So the small one here is from the Elm Creek base map, and according to the website, this is from the Haute Belleron map. So if you've already played on those maps, you'll be fully aware of where to go with these. Even so, as an option, you know, you might not want to use the Elm Creek one on Elm Creek. You might want to get the bigger one from the Haute Belleron map. Entirely up to you. Excellent. That's the Sawmills pack by Ola Holdor. On to the next one. Right, we've got the Concrete Rollers pack by Realistic Farmers. 2.96 megabyte on the download. And as you can obviously guess from the name, it's a pack of concrete rollers. So if we go into the shop menu, we'll go into tools, and these are under the grassland care, like so. So we've got two choices there. We've got the CR190/190X. So the 190 is just the standard roller on its own with a 1.9 meter working width. The 190X has still got a 1.9 meter working width, but it puts that frame on the side, so you can then hook up two more to the back of it, which then makes your working width even bigger. And then you've got the CR290, which has got 2.9 meter working width, and that comes with no options. So what I've got here is the CR190X there with the frame, and then two 290s on the back. So that's going to give me, what's that, 2.9 times 2, 5.8 meter working width. Excellent. Now when they are attached to the back, it will only allow the tractor to run at 7 miles an hour. So that is something that you need to consider if you want to get to an area fast. So it took me ages to get over here. There is no options to unfold or lower or anything like that. Once it's hooked up, it's ready to go. So we just drive into the field. Obviously this field hasn't been mown, so it is going to take it back to its first growth stage. But if you have already mown, you could get one of these on the go and get an extra fertilising state. Excellent. Old school styling, you know, the old concrete roller, the cheaper version, shall we say, than most of the new stuff that you could buy. That's alright, that is. Excellent. Right, that's the concrete roller pack by Realistic Farmers. Right, we got this here. This is the PB3-0X1. This is by Blendart Kochodnik Jr. TT Czech Modding. 9.09 megabyte on the download, and they are cultivators. It's a pack of cultivators. So if we go into the shop menu, we'll go to cultivators, we'll scroll along till we find it. There we are. So we've got the PB3-031, it's got 3 meter working width. The PB3-051, it's got 5 meter working width, and the PB3081, it's got an 8 meter working width. So if we go into the 081, which is what we got hooked up to the back of the tractor, the options are the same on all of them. So it starts off as a heavy harrow. You then can have a middle harrow. You can then have a light harrow with tyres. You can then have a light harrow and then back to heavy harrow. So we change the main colour to anything on there. We'll change the frame. The design colour will change the flaps, should we say. And then the other design colour, put it on there, will change all the gubbins at the back. So that's your options. They're all the same on all three. Obviously the bigger one requires 120 horsepower, the medium 70 horsepower, and the small one 40 horsepower. So they don't need that much from your tractor. So that's alright. Alright indeed. So we'll jump in the tractor. We'll get going. So we'll LB and A unfold it. Go for its animation. Put the sides down. And then once the sides are down like that, we'll LB and B to lower the cultivator. And then drive into your field like so. There we are. Cultivating 8 metre wide. Excellent. Right, so that's the PB3-0X1 by Blend Art Control Nick Jr. TT Check Modding. On to the next one. Right, we've got this here, the Fortschritt B-352 Disc Harrow by AAA Modding, 3.93 megabyte on the download. And as you can imagine, you're going to find this under the disc harrows. So we'll go in there, we'll scroll along to the end. There we are, 7 grand to buy, 2.1 meter working width, and you've got the design there. We've got standard in the blue, we've got brown, green, and then back to blue. So that's your only options. Requires 80 horsepower from your tractor, and it's a nice little disc harrow. So we'll jump in this tractor here, turn it on. So lower the cultivator, you haven't got to unfold it. Once it's down, off you go. Excellent. 2.1 meter working width. So in a massive field like this, it's going to take you ages, but if you've got small little fields, you know, something quick and easy to get into, it's alright, that is. Right, that's the Fortschritt B-352 by AAA Modding. Right, we've got the SEIP S9 base by Agrar Design Austria, 6.18 megabyte on the download, and it's a mulcher. So we'll go into the shop under mulchers. No, not that one. There we are, mulchers. Scroll along till we find it. So it's that one at the end. So we've already got one of these there. Part of the SEIP Mulcher S9 mod. So this is a SEIP S9 base. So it's pretty much just the same one as the previous one. The options we got there are design and colour new, design and colour old, and design old and black. Then we've got warning signs, yes or no. Then we've got attacher 1 with tank, attacher 1 plus tank, attacher 2, well that's minus tank, isn't it? Attacher 2 plus tank, attacher both with no tank, attacher both with tank, and attach both with tank 2. And I need to put my teeth back in. Now the thing is, it's got a tank. What's that tank for? It doesn't say. Anyway, so it's going to require 100 horsepower from your tractor. Got 2.8 meter working width, and we'll get cracking. So we'll jump in the tractor, turn it on. So we'll LB and B lower the mulcher, LB and X turn it on, drive into the field. There we are, mulching away. Obviously this one on its own is rather small, so it's going to take you a while on a big field, like we said with that little disc harrow. But then again, the bigger the implement, the bigger the cost. Excellent. That's the SEIP S9 base by Agrar Design Austria. On to the next one. Right, we've got the MAN TGX 18.500 4x2. This is by Kaztan 18, 9.74 megabyte on the download, and it's a truck. So you're going to find this in the shop as you can imagine, under trucks. So we'll scroll to the end. There we are, 120 grand to buy. You've got options there, fenders type 1, type 2, and then back to 1. So you've got spoiler, no, the fairings and spoiler. Then you've got wheel setup, standard, forestry. Main colour will change to anything on there, so that's the top half, and then the design colour will change the bottom half, and then the rim colour, obviously you got chrome, silver and black, will change the rims. So that's your options. I've got a 500 horsepower engine, manual gearbox, and it will run at 49 mile an hour top speed. So jump in, start it off, give it a bit of a toot, and away we go. Obviously you're going to use this to hook up a big trailer, semi-trailer, whatever you want to call it. That's alright, that is. Obviously the problems that we have had in the game with trucks not going anywhere with the wheel spinning, this one's looking alright. Although to be fair, they have fixed that with the update, so as long as they abide by the same rules as the update, you shouldn't really have much of a problem. Excellent. So that's the MAN TGX 18.500 4x2. Now next door here we've got another truck, another MAN truck. This is the MAN TGX 6x4 tanker truck. This is by Tarksy 007, 9.49 megabyte on the download, and you're not going to find this under trucks. I had to have a bit of a search around for this one. You're going to find it under animals. There we are, 160 grand to buy. Change the main colour, we'll change the cab, the design colour will change, no, I've done rims there. The design colour, it's going to change the tank on the back, and obviously the rim colour will change the rims. Now this you're going to do there, as you can see at the bottom, milk, water, diesel, DEF, liquid fertiliser, herbicide, slurry and digestate. So that's your options for that. So if we just drive over here, get going, give it a bit of a toot, we'll go fill it up at the new water tank. Again, this is alright actually. Yeah, very nice indeed. Right, pull up. There we are, start filling. How big was the capacity on that? 24,000 litres. Very nice indeed. There you are, so once you've filled up. Now we've got to stop. Probably the landscaping by that water tank. Off we go. See our animals, or our greenhouses. Yeah, it's alright, that is. So that is the MAN TGX 6x4 tanker truck. Now on to the last one of the day. We have got here the John Deere Gator pack. This is by Black Sheep Modding, 23.38 megabyte on the download, and as you can see it's all this equipment here. So we got the 6-wheeler, and we got the 2-wheeler, and then we got all those options to go with it. Right, so under the shop menu, the base Gators are under cars. There we are. So the 6x4 is 15 grand to buy. Now the options are quite extensive on these, and they're the same on both. So you got configuration, you got standard, 600 kilo front weight, 900 kilo front weight, 1200 kilo front weight, protection 1, protection 2, protection 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then back to standard. You then got the Trelleborg, John Deere, Michelin, Nokian, then back to Trelleborg. You then got the Model 1, Model 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20 different models. That's ridiculous. You then got beacons, yes or no. Well, you got beacons 1 and 2 or no. Additional lights, yes or no. Then you got the engine options of the 25 km/h, 40 and then 50 km/h. Then change the main colour, where we're yellow, changes the body. The design colour changes the seats, and the rim colour obviously changes the rims. So that's your options on both. Now when it comes to the back parts of it, there is quite an extensive range here. So we have got a trailer version, a bale back, we've got a fertilizer spreader, we've got a sprayer, we've got a salt spreader, we have got a silage pit leveler, and we've got a snowplow. So first up we got the trailer, so that's obviously going to be under trailers. There we are, £2,000. It's called a skip. No options. 800 litre capacity, so not a lot, but then if you're just nipping around on a little Gator, you're not going to need too much at all. We then got the spreader. Where was that? Fertilizer spreader. There we are. The 10 cubic foot Gator 30. £2,500 to buy. You can change the colour on that one to any of those. 1,000 litre capacity. We then had, what was next? Oh, the bale one. Obviously that's going to be under the bale loaders. Oh, we've gone past it. There we are, bale container. So 500 kilo weight. Doesn't say how many bales it's going to take, but I suppose you could just stack them up as high as you can, really. Change to any one of those colours there. We then had the salt spreader, which is going to be under the winter equipment. There we are, 10 cubic foot Gator, which you can change the colour again. 1,000 litre capacity if you want to do your salting. And also under the winter section is the X250, your snow plough. Change the main colour, got a few more options on that one, any one of those. And then the other option for the front part was the leveler, if you're doing your chaff into silage. So I'll change those colours as well. And there we are. That is your options and where to find them. So we'll jump in to this one, start it up. When you're ready, there we are. So all you need to do with those on the stands is back under, like so, and we attach that. And then we'll go put the leveler on the front, like so. And you've got the options there of the spreading width, because it's the salt spreader we got there. And then you've got the option on the RB and right stick up and down will tilt your, well, this isn't the plough, is it? This is a leveler. We'll tilt that. And then the options on the LB, right stick up and down, will raise it up and down for you. Now you got the LB and R stick in, will change the working width. So the furthest it will go is 10 meters. We'll go all the way down in increments like that. There we are, off we go. So this will run at 31 mile/hour top speed. Little John Deere Gator. It's alright, that is. Obviously this is a fan favourite from 19, so it's always great to have it back in the game. Although we have got the base game one, but obviously this has got more options with it. Excellent. Right, let's pull over here. So that is the John Deere Gator Pack by Black Sheep Modding. And that is it for today. Drop it in the comments below which is your favourite, which one you're thinking of going for. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, it's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today, and I'll see you in the next one.